Hello chess lovers! If you remember previously, I have already published B.S. Barrett's famous chess puzzle where white queen walks up the staircase and finally announces a checkmate. That's called staircase pattern, or is also known as serpentine theme. In case you missed that video, the link will be in the comment section. But a question arises: can serpentine theme or staircase pattern be used in real chess games? Vikram Srinivasan's question was just about that, and the answer is yes. In this video we're going to cover a game where Austrian-Polish chess master Savielly Tartakower is managing to use staircase pattern in the most brilliant way. In this game Savielly Tartakower is on the black side and his opponent is Ukrainian-Polish chess master Moishe Lowcki. The game was played in 1937 at Polish Championship. In this game Lowcki had white pieces and he opened up with e4. Tartakower responded with e5, knight f3 d6 with the Philidor defense, bishop c4, and a strange looking answer by Tartakower, bishop e6. According to modern theory, in here the most popular and best moves are considered to be bishop e7, knight f6 or knight c6, but as you know, in those times opening theory was not well developed and we have a strange looking bishop e6 move by a strong chess master. Black is instantly neutralizing white's light squared bishop, later preventing any possible knight and bishop cooperation. But of course, modern theory shows that there is nothing white can do. But in our game we have bishop e6, which is allowing white to damage black's pawn structure and create a potential weakness on e6. c3, knight c6 and queen b3. I have to tell you that both this c3 and queen b3 are absolutely precise moves, and white is now targeting two pawns. Queen c8, black is neutralizing both threats, and this time the knight is coming. Knight d8, white castles kingside, bishop e7 and d4. White is enjoying an advantage and black's position looks cramped. Bishop takes g5, bishop takes g5, knight f7, bishop h4 and c6. In here Stockfish suggests an aggressive move and says that g5 is good, followed by knight e7, knight g6, but in our game after bishop h4 we have c6. Black wants to play queen d7 and then develop his knight and meet bishop takes g7 with queen takes e7. That's why we have c6. Meanwhile knight d2 is on the board, queen d7, still keeping the eye on b7, and rook a d1. Well, as black king is still stuck in the center of the board, it was better to try to organize a faster attack by going for d takes e5 and then f4. If knight f7, then rook e1 followed by f5. But in our game after queen d7 we have rook d1, which is a slower approach. E takes d4, c takes d4, knight e7, f4. But already black is just in time and we have castling kingside. Bishop takes e7, queen takes e7, f5, knight d8, rook e1, king h8, moving away the king from the dangerous diagonal, d5, c takes d5, e takes d5 and e5. Despite the fact that white has an advantage, but black has a solid position and is still holding. Knight e4, knight f7, queen e3 and queen h4. Instead of thinking about defense, Tartakower is making counter-attacking moves, but of course this queen on h4 alone can't do anything. Rook f3. Meanwhile, white wants to harass black queen and organize an attack, but f6 could have been better. Instead we have rook f3, and after rook ac8 we have the logical continuation, rook h3, although still it was not too late to go for f6. Rook h3, queen f4 and queen takes a7, which is a mistake and is allowing black to create counter-attacking chances. White's rook f3, rook h3 and then queen takes a7 proved black's queen h4 to be right, and now it's black who is starting to create problems for white. Rook c1, queen e3, rook takes e1 check, queen takes e1, knight g5, rook h4, and queen takes f5. White allowed queen takes f5 and in return wants to win black pawn on d6, but it turns out that that's losing. Instead, it was better to go for the exchange of knights and then play a move like rook f3. I have to tell you that in here, winning on f5 is not good because of queen c3, and white is managing to create problems for black. But instead, in our game after knight g5, we have rook h4. Queen takes f5 and knight takes d6, which is losing. In here, still it was not too late to go for the exchange of knights and then, for example, open up a luft for the king. But in our game, we have knight takes d6, and the problem with this move is that after queen g6, black is getting an absolutely winning position. By going for queen g6, black not only attacked white knight, but also created knight f3 threat. It may seem that by going for rook g4, and then after queen takes d6, rook takes g5, white is doing okay. White managed to win back the knight, but now by using the staircase pattern and relying on the back rank weakness, Tartakower is going to win. First we have queen b6 check, and after king h1 we have queen b5, threatening rook f1 check. All white can do is to put back his king on g1. This time we have queen c5 check. Step by step, this queen is coming near. King h1, queen c4 with another rook f1 threat, king g1, and this time we have queen d4 check. Look at the trajectory of black queen. King h1, queen e4. There it goes, guys. We have a queen sacrifice. How do you like this? As Tartakower writes in his book, the black queen interrupts its zigzag movements in order to decentralize the adverse queen. The queen is untouchable because of the checkmate. And now after queen e4, all white queen can do is to escape. This chicken queen is escaping. The idea of queen c1 is not to allow queen f4. Otherwise, if you play, for example, queen d1, then queen f4 is winning with two nasty threats. Or after queen e4, if queen g1, then this time queen e2 is winning. In our game, we have queen c1 and queen d3. Another rook f1 threat is on the board. King g1, queen d4 check, king h2, and the final heavy blow by Tartakower, queen d2. Another queen sacrifice is on the board, but this one is lethal. There is no way out. White is suffering heavy losses. If you move away your queen, then you will lose your rook. If you accept the queen sacrifice, you are getting checkmated. That's why after queen d2, after this marvelous queen d2 move, we have a resignation. What a brilliant combination by Tartakower. This is how it goes. You are using staircase pattern to exploit the back rank weakness. That's it, dear chess lovers. If you liked this game, share it with your friends as well. And in the end, let me also sharpen your tactical skills with the thematic chess puzzle. I guess that already you found how to win with the black pieces. I gave you a nice hint. I will wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Here are more suggestions for you. Feel free to check them out as well. I will see you in my next video. Take care.